Broncos are going to need some yards from C.J. Anderson in Super Bowl 50 as SportsCenter on the road coverage continues, presented by Ford. A look at Pier 39 on a lovely day here in the Bay Area as we are joined by Eagles running back DeMarco Murray on behalf of Wall Grooming Products and their Fresh Start campaign. I wonder how that's working here. So I love the beard.
Thank you.
What's the thought process here?
Yeah, I've had it for a while, and obviously teaming up with Wall, they definitely keep me, nice and trimmed up, and so I gotta thank those guys, and I've used their products for years, and obviously with the fresh new start with the new coach and new situation for myself and moving forward, I'm excited to team up with them and push forward.
I like how you tied that all together.
Yeah, definitely.
Well done.
I try.
I want to mention something else new right off the top, and that is that you have a brand new baby boy.
Yeah, Parker Ray. He was born, on the 20th, so I'm home. My wife is probably a little upset, but I'm actually working, just to, get those diapers and all that stuff.
That's right.
So.
You got it. You know what?
Yeah,
you got to start the college fund, right?
Definitely,
yep.
Yes.
So now you have Parker and little Savannah, and anyway, many blessings. I know that's a happy thing. Let's reflect back on some not so happy times, if you will, as you look back on the season. And you and I were talking in the commercial break. It was very difficult, but you said that you learned a lot. Looking back on retrospect, how do you turn what happened last season into something moving forward?
You just got to, be thankful that you're allowed to play the game, and obviously I'm very thankful for that. I love the game, and when you can sit back and kind of, watch, from a perspective, from where I was, and see, certain things that are done, you get to learn about, just being more relentless, working harder, and, not letting things get to you, from a mental standpoint. And that was the first time I've ever been in that situation. So, for me, I would just, work hard as I can and try to make as many plays as I can. But I think as a person, you learn, when negative things happen to you, it's only going to make me stronger. And whether it's positive or negative, you got to be able to learn through it and put it throughout your course of your life and work harder and, try to maintain your goal.
If you had to pinpoint the issues, was it the type of offense? Was it the coach? If someone said, "Hey, what went wrong last season, DeMarco?" Would be your answer.
It was a lot of different things. I'm not going to put it on the coach or the scheme. It was obviously it's up to the players to ultimately make things happen. And I think it was a kind of a full circle of things that just weren't right. And I think we're heading in the right direction. And obviously for me personally, I'm a guy that looks in the mirror first, and I'll take the blame, and no matter what it is. So I think for me individually, I think I'm going to work hard. I'm going to be a lot better than I was, and moving forward, I think that's something I'll take for heart.
Do you want to be back with the Eagles?
Yeah.
We're working on your. Actually, we were just working on your audio equipment there. Do you want to be back and play in Philadelphia?
I do. Obviously, something for me. That's not the lasting impression that I want to leave in my mouth and the fans and my family, anyone. So I take football very, very serious. It's my life, and I love it. Besides my family and my faith, obviously, but those are things that I never want to leave off on the note like I did last year. So I'm working tremendously harder to try to improve, from an individual standpoint and as a team standpoint as well.
I know that you're close to Sam Bradford. Do you have any indication as to whether or not he'll be back in Philadelphia and what those discussions are like? You want him back?
Oh, yeah. Obviously, he's a great, friend of mine, great player, and I think, with the new offense, I think he'll be very successful in it. And just to get him back around the same group of guys, and, hopefully we can kind of tailor it to, what he likes to do, and not change a lot, because he's had a lot of different offensive coordinators throughout his NFL career. So I think, for him, just, getting him back around, Ertz and Jordan Matthews, and, this team will be great for us.
What do you think Chip Kelly might have learned from his experience, short-lived as it was in Philly, now that he goes into the 49ers?
I mean, he's obviously a great coach, and he's a heck of a offensive guy, and I think schematically wise, I think probably 49ers is a better fit for him than the Eagles were, and just with what he likes to do. So I wish him nothing but the best. He's a great person, and I'll be looking forward to him seeing him in the future.
Super Bowl prediction from you, really quick before we go.
Obviously, I was trying to recruit Cam back in college. I was trying to get him back, to come to Oklahoma back in the day, and
you saw it back then, right?
Yeah, we came in together. Obviously, the sheriff is a heck of a player. So I'm just wishing both of those guys good luck, and hopefully it's a good game.
You're not going to pick.
I'll maybe tell you later.
Okay. There he is. Come on, DeMarco. All right. Anyway, it's great to see you. And listen, it can only go up from here. Yeah. So we wish you a good off season and a good next season there in Philly. And thanks for joining us as our coverage from Super Bowl 50 continues in just a bit.